Excited tone. Imagine a world where computers can solve problems that were once considered impossible. A world where technology works faster, smarter, and more efficiently than ever before. No, this isn't science fiction. This is the reality that's coming our way with quantum computing. And guess what? You, yes you, can get in on the ground floor of this revolutionary tech wave and potentially profit from it. But how? The answer lies in quantum computing stocks. Stick around to discover what quantum computing is, why it's the next big thing in tech investing, and how you can get ahead in this rapidly growing industry. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Let's dive in. Section 1, what is quantum computing? Alright, let's start with the basics. What exactly is quantum computing? To put it simply, quantum computers use the principles of quantum mechanics to process information in a radically different way than the traditional computers we use today. While classical computers store data as bits, ones and zeros, quantum computers store data in quantum bits, or qubits. Now, here's where it gets fascinating. Unlike regular bits, qubits can be in a state of superposition, meaning they can exist as both 1 and 0 at the same time. This allows quantum computers to process complex problems much faster than any supercomputer could. It's like having a magic key that unlocks countless doors at once instead of just one at a time. And that's just the beginning. Quantum computing also leverages entanglement, a phenomenon where qubits become linked together, allowing them to instantly exchange information over vast distances. This opens up new possibilities in fields like cryptography, artificial intelligence, drug discovery, and so much more. This technology has the potential to revolutionize every industry we can think of. Section 2, why quantum computing matters for tech investing. Okay, now that we know what quantum computing is, let's talk about why it matters to you as an investor. The potential for quantum computing to disrupt entire industries is huge. From breaking encryption codes to speeding up data processing in AI, quantum computers could completely overhaul industries from finance and healthcare to logistics and beyond. And here's the kicker, we are still in the early stages of this technology. Major companies like IBM, Google, and Intel are pouring billions into quantum computing research. This means one thing: quantum computing stocks are poised to skyrocket in value as this technology advances. However, it's important to note that quantum computing isn't quite mainstream yet. We're still waiting for commercial-grade quantum computers that can outperform classical ones in real-world scenarios. But this is where opportunity lies. Just like with any breakthrough technology, the early investors in quantum computing stocks will be the ones reaping the biggest rewards. Section 3, top quantum computing companies to watch. Alright, now let's talk about which companies are leading the charge in quantum computing and which ones you should keep your eye on. While there are many companies in the quantum space, here are a few key players you should be aware of. 1. IBM, International Business Machines. First up, we have IBM. IBM is one of the pioneers in the quantum computing industry. Their IBM Q is a quantum computing platform designed to work with developers and enterprises to advance quantum computing. IBM's been working on quantum hardware and software for years, and it's safe to say they're ahead of the pack. If you're looking for a stable, well-established company to invest in for the long haul, IBM is definitely worth considering. 2. Google. Next is Google. You've probably heard of Google's achievement in quantum supremacy when they successfully demonstrated that their quantum computer could solve a problem that would take a classical computer thousands of years. Google is investing heavily in quantum research through their quantum AI division. They're not just building quantum computers, they're working on making them commercially viable, and that's something investors are watching closely. 3. D-Wave Systems. Another company worth noting is D-Wave Systems. Unlike IBM and Google, D-Wave focuses on quantum annealing, a method of quantum computing that is different from the more commonly used gate-based quantum computers. D-Wave's quantum computers are being used for real-world problems in optimization, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. They're a bit more niche, but they've been making strides in bringing quantum computing closer to practical application. 4. Intel. Of course, we can't forget Intel. Intel's quantum computing division is focused on silicon-based qubits, which could offer a more scalable approach to building quantum computers. Intel has been working on this technology for years and has partnerships with other tech giants to push the boundaries of what quantum computers can do. If Intel cracks the code, their quantum chips could be the key to making quantum computing more accessible and affordable. 5. Rigetti Computing. Last but not least, we have Rigetti Computing. This company is a bit of an underdog, but they're making waves in the quantum space with their quantum cloud services. Rigetti is providing access to quantum computers over the cloud, which allows companies to start experimenting with quantum technology without needing their own quantum hardware. If you're interested in a smaller, potentially high-growth company in the quantum space, Rigetti might be one to watch. Now that you know which companies are leading the quantum race, let's talk about how you can start investing in quantum computing stocks. First, you'll need to decide whether you want to invest in individual companies or quantum-focused ETFs, exchange-traded funds. ETFs like the ARK Innovation ETF include stocks from various companies that are involved in quantum computing, making it a great option if you want to diversify your investment. To get started, you can use popular brokerage platforms like Robinhood, E-Trade, or Fidelity. Make sure to research each company thoroughly before buying any stocks. Remember, investing in emerging technologies like quantum computing carries risk, but the potential reward is massive. Section 5, Risks and Rewards, 2 to 3 minutes. As with any investment, there are risks. Quantum computing is still in its infancy, and it may take years, even decades, before it becomes mainstream. Some companies may not succeed in delivering the technology they promise. But here's the thing, if you're willing to take a calculated risk, the reward could be life-changing. Imagine investing in the early days of the internet or smartphones. That's the kind of opportunity quantum computing presents. So there you have it, folks, quantum computing stocks are more than just a fad. They represent the future of technology and could very well shape the next generation of innovation. If you're interested in getting ahead of the curve and securing your place in the quantum revolution, now is the time to act. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more in-depth guides, tech insights, and investment strategies. Drop a comment below, let me know what quantum computing companies you're excited about or if you've already invested in this space. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.